Welcome, sports fans, back for episode number 5 now of the Sports Roundtable Trio Edition. I'm your host, Rowdy, joined by my co-hosts, Big Boy and Coop. We hope you all enjoyed last week's episode and the little small clips. We saw Big Boy's Cowboys clip, got some love. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But hey, we appreciate all the love. We got a jam-packed episode from our pick recap from last week, each of our top 10s, AP. We got the Big Coop, Texas Rundown, all things college football, and stay tuned for our guest picker to come on later in the show. We got a good one coming for you.
Hey, I like this little shave look my boy got over there. You see that, guys?
Come on.
Look at that, looking clean over there, huh?
You're like a baby.
Professional.
Nah, guys, but make sure y'all like, subscribe, all that. Follow us on all the social medias, all of that. Give us some love. We're posting the clips there, so go check it out, man.
Hell yeah. All right, well, let's go ahead. We're going to start right off with our nice little recap from last week's picks. We're going to let the people know how we did and also how our guest pickers stand as well. So here is our NCAA recap right here. We got Rowdy 6-8-1, Coop and Big Boy both went 7-7-1.
500, baby.
For the high.
Give us our money.
Guest picker Travis was 5-9-1. Probably a little rough one for the guest picker there. But,
I wonder if Nebraska beat the bye. I don't know.
Well,
yeah.
We'll have to ask him that one later on. That's for sure. All right, then we got our NFL recap. We got Rowdy 8-6. We got the winner of the week. Coop had a big 10-4. Could have been 12-2 if the Eagles and 49ers don't lose.
Yep.
It could have been a big week. Big Boy 6-8, still struggles with the NFL. And then Travis, not too bad at 8-6. Not too bad of a week there either.
I just want to point something out there. I think the Cowboys win when Big Boy picks the opposite team, and then they lose when he picks the Cowboys. So I don't know.
Yeah. And then
it was the Chargers.
Yeah.
And then here's our recap from all our guest pickers from the last few weeks. Still holding strong with the 12-3 college record and the 11-4 NFL record. But with that, we're going to jump right into our AP top 10 of the week. Coop, you can go ahead and get us started with your top 10 of the week.
Yep. Didn't change too much, but I have some changes here. I got Alabama at 10, Oregon at 9. I still have Texas in at 8. I have Penn State at 7. I got OU at 6. I got Washington goes down to 5. I had them top 4. They're at 5. I got Ohio State bumping into the top 4 finally. Florida State at 3. Georgia at 2, and I still have Michigan at 1. And I want to say one thing about Michigan here. There's a whole little sign, little thing, this and that. Hey, it's football. Do a better job at hiding your signs. I mean, everyone's doing it. So, yeah, I don't know how I feel about all that. But
were they recording, or do we not know?
I don't think we really know. I think they paid people to go and to their games. But
even if they are, that's football. Everyone is doing it.
Hey, it's scouting. I mean, it's
that's
just
how it is.
You could tune in and watch a game and see people on the sideline giving signs and stuff.
Yeah,
so.
Change up who's calling the plays. Change up who's giving the signs.
Yeah.
You know?
All right. Let's Coops. What do we got, Big Boy?
All right. So 10, I got Oregon. 9, I got North Carolina. 8, I got Alabama. 7, I got Oklahoma. 6, Penn State. 5, OSU. And we're going to see this week. They got a big game. 4, I got Florida State. 3, I got Washington. 2, Michigan. And number 1, still Georgia.
Damn, Washington got up there for you.
I think Washington's legit, man.
Yeah, I think so. I think so too. All right, that's big boys. Now for my top 10.
Still don't have Texas up there.
For my top 10, I got Penn State at 10. I kind of got them like 10A and then North Carolina at 10B. Couldn't really decide who I wanted in at 10 right there. Number 9, I'm going to go Alabama. Number 8, I'm going to go UT still. I got Oregon dropping back to number 7 after that loss. I mean, obviously, they're still one of the top teams. I got OU at 6. I got Florida State dropping out of the top 4 to number 5. I got Washington getting in at number 4. Then Ohio State at 3. Georgia at 2. And then lastly, I still got Michigan at number 1. So that is our AP top 10 of the week. We'll see what happens this week. We got a big matchup between Ohio State and Penn State, so that could cause some chatter as well. But we're gonna throw it over to Coop for Coop's Texas rundown of the week, previewing their matchup at the University of Houston. What do you got, Coop?
So like you said, number 8 Texas goes into Houston. At Houston, Houston is coming off of a pretty freaking big win in the Big 12 against West Virginia. I know we were all wishing for that game, and it happened. So they're good. They're not great, but pretty average. I don't know. We'll see. They got a former Texas Tech quarterback in at Donovan Smith. I'm sorry, Donovan Smith. Donovan Smith. Okay. He beat Texas last year. I was at the game. He's a good quarterback. He's gonna extend plays, very athletic. He's gonna roll out of the pocket, make those short, quick passes. He's second in the Big 12 with throwing touchdowns, but he's 4th in completion percentage. Like I said, he likes to roll out of the pocket. He doesn't sit in the pocket for too long. He's gonna scramble, and as we saw last week, or not last week, but against OU, we saw Texas struggles against that, right? I mean, so that's a big test for them. See what they did in a bye week, and we're gonna really see how they come in and try to stop the quarterback from extending the plays that they didn't do against Oklahoma. This is a very spread offense. You're gonna see 3 and 4 receivers sets. They're all the receivers are pretty like average, but they can still make some good plays. Offensive line has performed pretty well so far. You got 3 offensive linemen in the top half in the Big 12, only allowing 11% disruption on the pass play. We got here we go, 53rd in passing offense in the country. Not great, but that's their game. It's short passes. You're going to see a bunch of short passes. The running game, you got some really young backs. Both are not very big, but they do have breakout speed. So although it is a short passing offense, don't get caught sleeping on the run because the running backs do have good speed, like 10-second, like hundreds type thing, like crazy. Where we at here? Like I said, Houston's scheme is really just about the passing scheme. It's not a lot of run plays, but you still got to be ready for that. Offensive line run block, 72nd in the nation for offensive line yards per rush, and then 114th in rushing success rate. Texas keys. You have to stop Smith from extending plays with his legs, how they didn't do it against Dylan Gabriel. This kid this kid knows how to beat Texas, okay? He did it last year at Tech, and he knows what it takes. So you can't overlook their play style. Yes, they pass a lot, but don't get caught slipping on the run. So that's my breakdown of the offense. If y'all want to add anything.
How are we
Yeah.
feeling, big boy?
I think their receivers are better than you're giving them credit for. I think they got a good receiving core. They got a tackle that's a mid-season All-American, probably be a first-round draft pick. He's good. It's gonna, tough to get pressure on that side. He hadn't allowed a sack or a pressure this
Yeah.
year
Yeah.
so far. So, he's a stud. I am, worried about the legs of the quarterback. I think they'll have something for that more, this week. I think they're hyped up and ready to go on that. I think it should be, we still need to get pressure up the middle, and I think, like I said before, when against Oklahoma, I think they just got tired. I think that scheme really hurt them, because they didn't have a lot of chance to rest in between. So we'll see, but I think our defense can handle them. I am worried about the quarterback's legs because he can run it when he needs to.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing obviously is just kind of keeping him under contain and filling those gaps better along the D line. I really want to see the edge guys like get going again. I feel like they've just been super quiet the last couple games. I know it came out earlier this week that even Ethan Burke was not even 75% in the OU game either. So the bye week came, obviously, I mean, it came at a good time. Obviously, with dudes getting hurt during the game, dudes playing 50, 75%. So I really hoping to see a good game out of him and Sorrell, big 88 on the end. I mean, I feel like he had so much hype coming into the year. I think he has 1 sack on the year. Like, I just don't see enough plays from him as he should be coming off that year he had last year. So that's kind of what I'm looking for on the defensive side. Obviously, get Ford back into his groove, let him start flying around. I feel like he got caught in some weird spots in that OU game that kind of didn't make him look like a all pro linebacker like he really is. And then really too this week is big. I want to see those freshmen on that defense side of the ball, like Derek Williams over at safety with Catalan still not maybe being back fully healthy. I mean, Derek Williams has been one of the best tacklers on the team. So having him and obviously having Ant Hill slide into more of not just that pass rusher role, but letting him play linebacker along forward, letting him just be athletic and go make plays. So I think defensive side of the ball, those are some of the keys. And then, like you said, and then we'll go over to Coop for this offense, and we can kind of build off that as well.
They got to tackle. They got to tackle this week. They've had a lot of missed tackles, but it's kind of been made up for because the pursuit that they've been getting, and they didn't get that against Oklahoma, and it showed. So they need to clean up that tackling, which I'm sure they did this week.
That has a lot to do with fatigue as well, I think. I think they were just gassed, they weren't wrapping up. They weren't, So
Yeah.
I think that
They,
OU
all year though, they're tackling. Like I said,
yeah.
they're having a lot of missed tackles, but they're having so much pursuit that it cleans that up and it doesn't make it look like it. But again, when they were tired, the pursuit wasn't there, and
Exactly.
in that last drive, it fucking killed us. So.
Yep. Well, I mean, I'll go in on this other side of the football. Their defense, Houston's defense is kind of struggling, honestly. Ranks 91st in all of FBS defenses. They've struggled facing the Big 12 competition. It's their first year. It's just they're kind of on the struggle bus. Run defense giving up 4.4 yards per rush. That has them at 81st in the country. So they allow teams to rush on them. So here again, hand the ball off to Brooks, hand the ball off to Baxter, right? Get them going, right? I've been saying it. I'm always going to say run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. But especially here, their run defense is not great. So let's go. They have individual guys that have done well. They just haven't collided as a unit, if that makes sense. Like, I looked at some of the stats, and some of the stats from the guys have been pretty well. It's just as a whole, they're not a great defensive unit. Their second level is rough. The linebackers aren't shooting the gaps. The DBs don't do a great job of keeping the outside contained with the rush. And so if Brooks breaks out to the outside, who knows? He might be gone, you know? So we'll see. We'll see what they have to do there. Their pass defense, they're only getting 1.5 sacks per game. They only have 2 guys in the top half of their pass rush in the Big 12 for pass rush in the Big 12. They don't. Here's the big thing: they don't run a lot of stunts. They really rely on their defensive line and like basic like stunts. They don't really run a bunch of stunts, which gives quarterbacks a lot more time to find their options. And especially with Quinn, you give Quinn a while back there, I think he's going to just pick you apart. So that's a big key there. I think that's a big part of this game is them not getting to the quarterback. They rank 92nd per opponent yards per pass. And then here's a big one, 103rd for giving up the explosive pass play. So they give up the deep ball pretty often. So I'm looking to see, the deep balls to Worthy and the deep balls to Mitchell. And so get back on that track, kind of like what we saw against Alabama.
Yeah, that's what we need, really.
So yeah, I think we'll see a little bit more of that. To me, I would call this defense kind of an old stereotypical Big 12 defense because they're giving up 31 points a game, and that has them at 91st in the country for points per game. So my keys for the Texas offense, obviously give Brooks the football. Quinn needs to be smart with the football, make good decisions, and play good physical football, in the trenches. So that's what I have for their defense there.
Yeah, I agree, man. I think Brooks could have one of those days that puts him up Heisman talk, maybe. He's already he got number 1 in Power 5, rushing.
Yeah.
Mid-season All-American. I mean, I think he could definitely go out for 150 to 200 this week. I mean, if we stick to it and it gets opened up because he can bust it, man. If he gets past that first line of defense, like good luck. Like he's a great back. It's crazy. He might not even be here next year if he keeps doing what he's doing. I'm proud of that kid, man. I'm glad he seems like a good kid.
Yeah, I think
he waited his turn.
Yeah, I think right now there's no shot he's back. If he keeps doing what he just did in the first half of the season and does the same. Like, he doesn't have to do better in the second half of the season. Just do the exact same he did. Like, he's gone. He's stat-wise compared to Bijan last year. Obviously, like, O-line's better this year, whatever. But still, like, Bijan hype. Like, stat-wise, explosive plays-wise, like, Brooks has more of that this year at the halfway point than Bijan did last year. And that's just what's kind of crazy to think about is because, like, he doesn't have that 5-star Bijan hype name to him. So, like, no one really kind of pays that much attention to him. I think kind of last week and like into this week, he's finally starting to get like that national hype because the AP polls or the AP team came out. He's first team AP All-American, like up there with all the national guys, top 2 running back in the league right now with him and the guy at Notre Dame. So could end up getting the best running back award. That'd be big for Choice to have back-to-back years of that. So, I think, yeah, like you want to go and throw those balls, but there's no reason why Brooks should not have 25, 30 carries every single game. Like, no matter who you play, like he can just break away and easily get a first down on those 10-yard runs. So I think you should definitely see a big game from him. And then 2, with Sanders, kind of really haven't been saying much on him. I could see Gunnar Helm having another 85-yard, maybe 100-yard day, just because that tight end game's been working recently. So,
sorry, go ahead.
No, I think you're right. But just remember, Brooks didn't even start the first 2 games. And Cedric, every time he runs the ball, it seems like he gets hurt. Like, I think he's going to be good. He needs to, I don't know, get another year in the weight room or whatever it is. But I mean, maybe there's a difference between injured, hurt, and he's still trying to figure that out as a freshman or something. I don't know, but there's just bad luck. But I forget all this splitting carries. I understand, but let's just feed Brooks and see what happens, man. And I think your freshman receiver needs to play this game, and I think he
Oh,
needs to get rid of those deep
I
balls.
I think he's going to. I feel like Sark's not going to bring him up in back-to-back press conferences and not like play him a shit ton. Like he's going to play, and I feel like especially now with Sanders being not fully healthy, you may see them kind of go more of that 4 wide receiver package instead of the 2 tight end package. Do
I
that
thought
4
we were
wide
going to
receiver
see that
package.
against Oklahoma too.
Yeah, but I mean, I think with just Sanders in that game, like that was someone you needed on the field just because of who he is. Now in this game, it's not necessarily as much hope, or shouldn't be as much of a big need to kind of push him through. You kind of want him to get that rest this week almost. So I think that's kind of where it kind of comes into play is like, oh, let's let Jonte slide in for Sanders and just play that full wide receiver look and let him and Worthy go deep and Mitchell go over the middle and Jay Witt go across the middle too. Like,
Don't forget about my boy Jay Witt. He needs to get a couple touches too, man.
I think also if you get the run game going and they're trying to key on that, that opens up the big pass play. That opens up more. But here's the thing. To me, an offense just runs through the run game. If your run game is on, it opens up so much more. Like, and if your run game's off and you just have that pass game, it's so much easier to defend. You know what I'm saying? Then if you got that run game going, they're keyed in on that, and then you break one over the top. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So I
The
hope,
pass game opens the run game, and the run game opens the pass game. So
yes,
it's kind of Sark. It seems like he likes to open up the run game with passing, and I mean, besides Quinn's mistakes, I mean, it did. I mean, if you look at the offensive numbers, I mean,
yeah.
they're balanced, they're good, and but we just had some mistakes in that last game. But that was games ago, and we're talking about Houston now, the old Cougs. Are they wearing the Oilers uniforms? I hope so, man. Those are so clean. That was the cleanest
I,
uniforms in New
You're
York.
a fan of the light blue, huh?
Oh, I love the baby blue. And I'm not an Oilers fan. I just love the color.
Yep, yep.
but
Um,
I mean, I think at the end of the day, like the offense kind of just needs like obviously besides the mistakes against OU, like they were good, but I'd really just like to see them this week play some clean football, just like get back to the fundamentals, like no stupid false starts, no
Penalties.
like just dumb penalties on offense, and like obviously no turnovers, and just like get back to the basics and just move the ball, have a couple big plays in the air, have some big runs, but really just play some good fundamental offense. And I mean the defense is the defense. Like they're gonna keep balling just because they gave up over 30 last or 2 weeks ago against OU. Like they're still legit. So I think with them and having that bye week, getting back some of those dudes, the defense should be fine. So
I'm really curious to see how we stop this run on the quarterback. Because you didn't see any of it against Oklahoma. They had a game off or a week off, I should say, and I feel like that should be a big point of concern. Because this guy that you're about to face right here, and B, you're probably going to face Dylan again. You know what I'm saying? So
You're not as worried about the pass with Houston. That's the thing with Dylan. Like
you can still throw it.
yeah, he can throw the ball better
right.
than he can run. So it's I think that was, but everybody practiced, right? So Watts supposed to be
Yeah, I
back.
mean, they said they all practice.
What does that mean, though? Yeah.
Exactly. Like someone said this week, like practice to start sometimes mean like you said Jake Majors practice, but like sometimes to start that means like, oh, you're on the field, but you're just over on the side in the tent doing your rehab. That's practice.
Respect
So
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, no
You
doubt.
know?
But like Jake Majors came out like when they first said he was going to be out 6 weeks, but now 2 weeks later he's practicing. Like, so that's kind of where you don't really know along that aspect. I know he came out today and said like most of those dudes are going to be game time decisions. Obviously, he's not going to say anything now. I just think like just this game should be a game that they should almost it's like almost a second bye week for them. Like let them get that rest up again, get a couple snaps, but just keep resting up.
I just hope they don't force it to Sanders because, with Brock being out, like
Yeah.
this is his time to get those stats to like, okay, stat wise, maybe I can win tight end of the year or something like that, and help because it really is. This is the time like for him to cement himself as the number 2 tight end in the nation, and
No doubt.
for his draft stock. So
Or maybe bump up to number 1. You know what I'm saying?
With
I mean, he's talented, and who knows in the next level, but
No, I'm joking.
Brock, I think,
No, he's legit. Yeah.
he'll be the number 1.
Speaking of that, we can kind of get into our all things college football with Georgia, with Brock being out that long, probably towards the end of the season, right before SEC title game. What do you think that does to them, their offense, and does that kind of affect them the rest of the season?
Oh, yeah, especially with the young quarterback. They were just getting into that groove, and now he doesn't have his safety valve. So that can, that's going to be a test for him because I mean that's quarterback's best friend. He knows he can throw it to him every, he gets pressured or whatever.
Just dump it to him.
Throw it to him, he'll catch it. So
Yep.
definitely, and the SEC schedule. SEC is kind of down this year though. A lot of people are talking shit about the SEC, like you got Georgia and Alabama, and that's it. So
Yeah, I mean, which speaking of Bama, they got a big game against Tennessee. Obviously, I think it's at Bama, I believe. So
Alabama.
good for them on that side of things. I saw Nick Saban talking today he was doing his weekly thing, popping on the McAfee show, and they're kind of talking to him about it and just really talking about Milroe and his progress. Like, like he was saying like how he turned into like they're going to be back to this old Alabama way, like running the ball back in the days with Trent Richardson and Derrick Henry and quarterback run. That's what everyone thought it was going to turn to. And then now you got Milroe popping 330, 350, throwing deep bombs. Like,
yeah,
they don't have the offensive line they used to have. I'm not saying they're not good, but they don't have that. They just haven't gelled yet. Or we got their offensive line coach. Maybe that is part of it.
yeah, probably so.
I think this is the time for Texas, though. Back to Texas to cement that, to be like we are the bullies of the Big 12. Yeah, we got beat by Oklahoma, but y'all are about to see because this schedule, the rest of their schedule, man. I'm sorry, they need to win it. They need to show that they need to step on the throats of people and really show them that they're the bullies, and then we can get our our chance
get back.
at OU again. Yeah, we can get our get back. So
I agree, but you can't look. We're on Houston. You got to go game by game. Don't overlook. Go do your thing and get your job done and go on to the next. You know what I'm saying? So,
man, building kind of off that, I think now with the emergence of TCU's new quarterback, Kansas State's new quarterback, kind of too, like this is a good game with that quarterback run because I feel like those 3 teams, who obviously like Texas plays all 3 of them, that they're all those quarterbacks are kind of the same in how they play. Like they all want to use their legs. They're all kind of mobile when it comes to these 3 teams. But I mean, I think it's a big game, not only just to get back rolling after the bye week, but the games leading up after this one. You're going to kind of see the same thing on the offensive side. So,
well, that's one thing. I got to watch Kansas State in person this past weekend, and I was like, it's Kansas State. They're not great this year. Bro, that new quarterback, I don't remember his name, the freaking guy with the freaking long hair.
Yeah,
He's
he's a
not bad.
freshman.
He's not bad.
Avery Johnson. They have
Yeah.
which Will Howard, we all thought like wasn't too bad of a QB. Like he could throw it, but they have him this week listed as like co-starters. So, and they play TCU this week, and
Yep.
obviously TCU's with that new quarterback who's a freshman or redshirt freshman because Chandler Morris is hurt, which he may not be getting that job back at this point if he keeps playing like that. But what do we before we bring in our guest picker here in a couple minutes? What are we feeling on this big matchup where game day is with Ohio State, Penn State? What are your thoughts on that and kind of what that does for the rest of the college football?
Well, I haven't been high on Ohio State this year really until I watched this week. I went and watched like highlights and stuff. They're a good physical team. Like I didn't realize how physical they are. They're really, really physical. They're there to get after it.
I mean, that's Big Ten ball. You got to be, bro.
You lagged out on me. What?
I said that's Big Ten ball. I mean, you have to be physical like that.
I didn't realize how physical they were until I saw like I was watching a bunch of highlights this week and like they're physical, bro. I think Ohio State goes in and rolls Penn State. That's my hot take. Ohio State rolls Penn State.
And it's at Ohio State, so it's
Yep.
if it was at Penn State, I might feel a little different. They have one of those whiteouts or something at night, but this is a 11 o'clock game, and I think Ohio State.
I think they're just too physical. I really do. They're like, I don't know, man. I was not high on them until this past week when I was watching highlights. They're a physical team, man. So
I think it'll be interesting is how Penn State's quarterback, new guy this year, obviously, he's balled all season. I think his name's Drew. I mean, he was a top prospect coming out, I believe. I think he was 5-star when he came out of high school, if I remember correctly. But I mean, he's balled out every week. I mean, last week they put up. I mean, they didn't play anybody, but I mean, he still put up like 60 something points. So I mean, he's been balling. So I think it'll be a good matchup to see if he really is ready for that big stage. I mean, this could be his like put on national TV. Yeah, like this could be his coming out game. Like really get that national hype. I mean, he's already got a little bit of it just because it is Penn State, the ranked top 10, yada yada. But I mean, if he can really go out, ball against Ohio State's defense, it's pretty good. I mean, it could be a game for him that puts him out there. I mean, same thing for the Ohio State QB though too. New guy in the system. Like neither one of these two dudes have started a big game. So that's the biggest thing. It's like I think it'll come down to is who between these two quarterbacks can really stay calm and just play their ball that they know how to play. And whoever doesn't make the least mistakes, obviously between the two of them, I think has the best chance to go out there and win the game for their team.
and that goes back to what Big Boy said. I mean, it's at Ohio State, so it's a lot less likely that Ohio State quarterback makes a mistake. I'm not saying it can't happen, but I'm saying it's just less likely. Obviously, is that whole? It's just different. So.
Yep. All right. Well, coming up next on the Sports Roundtable Trio Edition, we're gonna have our weekly segment of our guest picker. We got Jake coming on. Big, maybe like Michigan fan, A&M
Michigan
fan.
A&M. That's it.
I don't really know. Houston Astros fan. Know they're playing tonight.
They're winning right now.
3-0.
So, damn.
3-0 in the
Come
second.
back. Hey, they're crazy on the road. We should just move freaking Dallas at this point.
Exactly.
And they are good on the road, but he's going to come on. We're going to get his picks, and then we're going to go ahead and give you all our picks after that. But stay tuned. We're going to bring him on very soon. All right. We got the guest picker of the week. We got Jake.
Cactus Jake, baby.
Michigan fan, maybe A&M fan, Houston Astro fan, big sports guy. Let's give it up for Jake. How we doing?
Doing good. We're doing good. I got one question real quick. Who has the record for the guest picker right now?
So we got on NFL side, we got Jinx. No, is it Kobe or Jinx?
Kobe's
Co-
NFL.
Jinx
Yeah,
on NCAA and Kobe on.
Yes. So we got Kobe on NFL at
Oh.
12-3, and then we got Jinx on NCAA at 11-4.
There's no way I can lose a jinx here.
Bro, he was
He did
picking.
good. I was surprised too.
He was picking, and we were like, "What? Like, there's no way."
He only lost like 2 games or something, 3 games.
That's crazy,
Yeah.
man. All right, I'm going for that. I'm going for that record.
There you go.
All right. So we're gonna start off with NFL with you, and then we'll roll right over to NCAA after. Real quick for all the fans watching, we usually don't do the Thursday night game. So many buys this week. We went ahead with the Thursday night. Obviously, that game's on right now at the time of this recording. I believe Jacksonville's up 7-0. Me and Jake went with the Jags +1, and Coop and Big Boy went with the Saints. But now we can go ahead over to Jake. Start us off with that Browns -2.5 versus the Colts.
I got the Browns for sure by 3. They might kick a field goal to win, and it might be 3-0 the whole game. So that game's gonna be a snoozer. That game's gonna be a snoozer for sure in my eyes. Bills, Pats, the Pats just they ain't looking like the Pats, that's for sure. Oh man, 8.5 is big though. I guess I'll take Buffalo though. I mean, I just can't see the Patriots scoring at all. Commanders, Giants, that is another atrocious game. Oh God. I'll take the Commanders. I like their defense is pretty good.
right.
I'm going with the Lions away in the next game. They've been playing
right.
some good football, and Hutchinson, Michigan guy. I'm just gonna be super biased here, but Hutchinson's gonna give Lamar some fits for sure.
There you go. Yeah,
Uh,
Raiders -3 versus the Bears.
This has got to be the worst game of the week right here. Both starting quarterbacks out.
Yep.
Both defenses look like they aren't even playing. Yeah. I'll take the Raiders. I'll take the Raiders away. The Bears they just are so bad. Moving on. Oh, give me Baker. Baker by a bunch right here in the Bucks, bro. He's playing. I like the way he's playing. He's got them rolling.
Yeah, they're playing pretty good.
I'll take the Rams at home. I hope that pass to Cooper Kupp a lot. I'm trying to win in fantasy. That would be nice, you know.
Need it.
I really do. Cardinals, another one of those teams, might as well be Round Rock High School. Seahawks for sure. It's going to be a low-scoring game, but I think the Seahawks might squeak 8 points out for sure.
All right.
I think the Packers win by a lot against the Broncos. That's not the spread I thought it was going to be, but hey, I'll take Packers by a field goal all day long. I think this Chargers-Chiefs game is going to be close. I think Chiefs might kick a field goal to win it, so I'm going to take the Chargers on that one. Chargers spread for sure.
All right, going into the Sunday night action, big game.
Big games right here. I'm hoping they're good ones. I really do, and I think the Dolphins go to Philly and win. I think they win straight up. So I got the Dolphins in that one.
All right.
The 49ers look really good, and I'm praying to the good Lord above that McCaffrey's playing this week because I need him.
Need them.
But I think the 49ers, I think they take that one away at the end of the game for sure. And then I picked the Jags earlier.
Yep. You got the Jags. All right. But we'll see if that does you well on the NFL side of things. This week, if you didn't watch the video from last week, I'm sure Big Boy's glad there's no Cowboys game because Big Boy doesn't he doesn't know he's in a stage right now. He doesn't know what to do with his Cowboys.
I know exactly what to do. Fuck 'em. How about that?
He's
Even after last week,
he's threatening to jump off the train and become a Miami Dolphins fan.
I'm on board the Dolphin train, brother.
I mean, they're fun to
Going to the
watch.
Super Bowl, we're gonna win this motherfucker.
You need a Tua jersey, Big Boy.
I'm gonna get a Tua. I'm gonna get HN. I'll get his A&M jersey. How about that?
There we go. There we go. There we go. I like it.
All right. Now over to college game day. We got number 7 Penn State plus 4.5 versus Ohio State.
Two teams I absolutely despise, like with every part of me. I hope they both lose, honestly. I really do. But I think Ohio State takes that one. I think they run away with it, actually. I think they'll expose Penn State. Penn State, but they both haven't played anybody, but I think Ohio State's a better team.
Yeah. All right. Then we got Texas minus 23.5 versus the Cougs.
Ugh.
a lot of points.
That's a lot, man. Away. U of H does not look good. I will say they did beat West Virginia last week, but they do not look good. That's such a scary spread, dude. I mean,
it's big.
It is big. I think I got to take U of H at home. I think they might make it 21, like a 21-point game, but they're not going to be anywhere near UT, but I don't know if it's 23.5.
Yep. All right. Then we got UCF plus 19 versus number 6 OU.
Didn't Dylan Gabriel play at UCF?
Yeah.
He was there, right?
Yeah, that's where he went first.
I think he absolutely lights them up. I think they might score 60, and they just trounce UCF.
All right. We got number 22 Air Force, big game, minus 10.5 versus the Navy.
When you sent me these picks, that's the only game I went and looked up because I don't really know about either of those teams.
I know. I was shocked this week when I saw Air Force was ranked number 22.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, we have to have them.
I mean, right? Yeah, no, that's a great just it's going to be a low-scoring game, but I think Navy covers. I think Navy at home. I mean, it's got to be a tough place to play, I'd imagine. But yeah, I got Navy on that one.
All right, we got Washington State plus 20 against number 9 Oregon coming off that loss last week.
Another big line.
That's a big one, bro. I looked into this one too. Washington State, I mean, just shit down their leg last week. I don't know what happened with them. They were riding some high, and then
they've been struggling.
Whatever they did, I don't know. But Oregon is looking good, man. I think Washington State covers, maybe by 2 points, but it is not. There's no way they win.
All right, now we got a pretty big game. We got number 17 Tennessee plus 9 at Alabama.
I think Alabama destroys Tennessee. I don't think Tennessee is very good.
No, their offense is not.
I don't. Milton, former Michigan guy, great quarterback, throws the ball too hard. I don't even know that was possible, but he throws the ball too hard. He misses his receivers behind him constantly. So I just don't see. I don't know. I don't see that one.
All right. We got South Carolina only plus 7 against number 20 Missouri at Missouri.
Oh man, the Rangers just hit a home run. That just dampened my mood a little bit. But I think that Missouri quarterback, what's his name? Cook. His last name is Cook, I think. That dude can sling it, man. I think they run over South Carolina. I hope Spencer Rattler shuts his mouth too after they lose.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, man.
All right. We got Minnesota plus 3.5 against number 24 Iowa. Which Iowa's quarterback is hurt.
He's a former Michigan guy.
They
Yep.
don't score anyway, so it don't
Yeah.
really
I know.
That game might be 6-3.
They're
Yeah.
ranked 24, and I think they said this year they've scored like a total like 26 points or something like that, or like 24 total points.
That's
Brutal,
crazy.
bro.
What happens when you hire your son as the O coordinator?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. He is. I forgot about that. I'll take Iowa. I really think I think it's all field goals. I don't think either team scores a touchdown. I think it's
All right.
Oof.
All right, then we got Ole Miss minus 6.5 versus Auburn.
I'll take Ole Miss by a lot. Their offense is really, really good, and I love Lane Kiffin. That dude knows how to get his guys going for sure.
Yep. All right. We got TCU plus 6.5 versus K-State.
This is an interesting one, but I think K-State at home is incredibly hard to beat, and it just feels like one of those weekends that it's going to be freezing cold in Manhattan. What is it, Manhattan? Is that what?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's going to be cold, and I don't think TCU is going to like that. I think Kansas State runs away with it.
All right. Then we got your number 2
Big rivalry right here.
Wolverines minus 24.
It's a trap, man.
The Spartans.
It's a trap. This is a trap game here. Away, just running teams up. A team hasn't scored more than a touchdown against Michigan yet. And guess what? Michigan State is going to score more than a touchdown. So I think Michigan State covers, but Michigan squeaks away with it.
Wow.
State spread for sure.
There we go. I like it. Not picking with the heart.
I try not to, man.
Picking with what's going to win y'all some money this week. All right. We got Duke plus 14.5 versus Florida State.
Oh man, this might be the toughest one. Like even that Penn State Ohio State game is tough, but this was a tough one because Duke they won against what, Notre Dame?
They're about to, and Notre Dame scored with 30 seconds left.
Yeah.
The quarterback got hurt.
Yeah, that's right. This one's tough because Florida State is a problem. That Travis guy, he is, and that big, tall wide receiver that guy is going to be a problem. I think Florida State destroys Duke. I think at home with the freaking chop thing, yeah, they're going to get ready.
All right. Then we got Utah plus 7 against USC coming off that loss last week.
I think USC should handle business here. They should. I don't know. Utah's good. They just don't play nobody. They lost to Florida early.
Yeah, and they still don't have their quarterbacks, so
that dude's still hurt. So I'll take Caleb Williams bounce back game for sure.
All
They're
right.
gonna score.
Then we got Clemson minus 3 versus your somewhat kind of fan, Miami.
Mm-hmm. I don't think Clemson's very good. I just don't. Klubnik can sling it, but I just don't. He don't have any help really. I'll take Miami at home. I'll take them plus 3 for sure.
All right, and then our last one, the nightcap. We got UCLA minus a big win. Stanford last week against CU minus 17.
Oh man, I don't know much about UCLA, but Stanford is. I'll take Stanford just straight up because of the way they played last week. I mean, I think Colorado's a decent team, and I think Stanford may have figured something out. I don't know. Who knows?
I don't know, man.
That's just
That's a big line too. So
yeah, that is. There's a lot of points there.
But that is Jake's, our special guest picker picks of the week right there. We'll see. We'll see how they do. We've been telling all our guest pickers the incentive for having the top record is at the end of the season, you get to come on for a full podcast episode with us and talk and be on with us the whole time. So we wish those picks some luck. If anyone's following those picks, he knows what he's talking about a little bit. So follow him if you want.
A little bit, bro. I don't know.
Got it, Jake.
Yeah.
Go
I'm-
Stros, baby.
Yeah, go Stros. They're kind of sucking right now, but they play good. They play good away.
That's what I said before you came on here. I said we might as well move Minute Maid to Dallas.
I know.
You
Anywhere
know what I'm
but
saying?
Houston, bro. Anywhere but Houston.
Yeah.
But Jake, we appreciate you coming on, man, and tune in next week to see where your picks stand
Yeah,
against all the other guest pickers.
appreciate
Sure.
you guys.
Thanks a
See you,
lot,
Jakey.
Jake.
All right, man. All right, there he goes. There it is. Our guest picker of the week, Jake, on the Sports Roundtable Trio Edition. We'll see. I think some of these games are tough this week, man. I mean, we're gonna get into it real quick with our picks, but there's some tough games, some big lines. So Coop, let's go ahead and start us off with your NFL picks of the week. And remember, Coop went Saints -1. They're currently losing 14-3 at the time of this.
Oh, nice. It's nice. Yeah, I got Browns -2.5. I got Bills -8.5. The Pats are awful, and it's great to see Bill on the bottom. So
Wow.
God, that's brutal.
I'm just saying. He said, "Welcome to the bottom, Bill."
Welcome to how the regular people live.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I'll take the Commanders -2.5, and then I'll take I don't know. I'll take the Ravens at home. This is an awful game. Wow. I'll take the Bears +3 at home. I'll take the Bucks -2.5. I'll take the Steelers +3. I'll take the Cardinals with the points here. Honestly.
All right.
I'll take the Packers -1. The Broncos are awful. So take the Packers -1. Oh, this is a good one. I think the Chargers are going to have a bounce back. I'm going to take the Chargers +5.5. Even I'll take the Chargers money line, honestly, but I'll take the 5.5 as well.
Wow.
Damn.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
What if Taylor's in the crowd? You know?
She'll definitely be there. Home game. Hey,
Probably so.
real quick on that. I got roped in to go and see the movie
Oh, hell.
last Friday, opening night. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, it was worth the hype. Like that, it was like you're at a fucking concert, man.
She's
Like
a
it was.
dog, though.
Hey, yeah, she's up there. She's got
Yeah.
all the respect in the world from me. That's
Yeah.
damn sure. That bitch was like a concert in there. All the Swifties were in there, decked out like they were at a fucking concert,
Oh, my
just
goodness.
singing. I mean, it was like, it's not like you're at a normal ass movie, that's for damn sure. But hey,
And didn't she produce that? Like a company came to her and said, "We want to do this." She said, "No, I'll just do it myself."
Her parents went to them and said,
yeah,
and
she
just
produced
did it
it,
herself.
and the movie was, and it was on her last stop. It was in L.A. At SoFi, and it was her last tour, and that's where the whole movie was. So it was really like you're at a concert. Like it's nothing like, I saw some people were upset, but like because it wasn't like a behind the scenes like a Justin Bieber movie back in the day. But like obviously, no one ever said that that's what it was going to be. So I think whenever that behind the scenes comes out, because there's some shit she does that's like I don't know how, like outfit changes like 3 seconds, bro. Like it's insane the shit she does. And it came out too. One of her back dancers is his brother played for the Chiefs with Kelsey.
Bullshit.
Swear.
So
All right.
that connection there.
Yep, exactly. All
All
right,
right,
Coop.
let's get back on to the real football stuff and get Taylor Swift the fuck out of here. All right, here we go. Real football stuff. If you're like me, you don't want to see Taylor every 3 seconds ads watching. I stopped watching the Chiefs game, but I sure. Now let's get back to this. Yeah. Here we go. I'll take the Eagles minus 2.5 against the Dolphins. I'm still high on the Eagles. They just added Julio Jones. If y'all didn't see that breaking news, pretty crazy. That offense is crazy. Okay, we'll see. I'll take the 49ers minus 7. And then obviously I had the Saints minus 1, but I don't know how that is.
All right. Big boy, what do we got?
All right, are you writing these down correctly? Because I think you fuck up sometimes when we do these.
Nope.
Make
I got
sure
'em.
make sure you listen.
I got them.
All right.
I already got your L for the Saints, so don't worry. You're starting off
Listen,
over.
I do want to preference this. I am very on tilt about my picks, so I literally might not win a game. So I just want that to be out there first. So
Tell them not to follow your picks this week just to see how you do.
if you're following, you might. If you bet the other way, you might be able to pay your mortgage. So I'm gonna take the Browns minus 2.5. I think that defense is very good. I like Minshew, but I think the Browns are legit. Their defense. I hate Deshaun Watson, but whatever. I think Bill Parcells, Bill Belichick has something for the Bills. So I'm going to take the Patriots plus 8.5.
Okay.
I'm going to take the Giants in the points at home. I'm going to take the Lions plus 3. I'm going to take the Raiders minus 3. I am going to take the Falcons plus 2.5.
Oh my gosh, it's either me or Big Boy who's gonna have the greatest record of all time. So we're going opposites here.
I'm going to take the Rams minus 3. I am going to take the Seahawks minus 8.
Oh my gosh. One of us is gonna do bad.
I think Russell is going to cook. Okay. He has to at some point, right? So
No.
I'm going to, yeah, I know, maybe not. I'm going to take the Broncos and a point. That defense is just so bad. And that's crazy. It used to be so good. I am going to take, I'm going to take the Swifties to just blow them out. Okay. I'm going to take the Chiefs minus 5.5.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to take the Dolphins, fins up. We're winning the Super Bowl, and we're going to smoke them by 7.
Fins up.
I'm going to take the Vikings plus 7. So there you go.
Okay, and you might have to run it back, but I think the only game me and Big Boy have together is the Saints Jags game, which technically we shouldn't even have. But
and the Browns. Y'all got the Browns.
and the Browns. Okay, so
that'll be your 1L.
That is it. So either you follow Coop this week or you follow Big Boy. But all right, I'm gonna.
No matter what, we can say we told you. You know
exactly,
what I mean? Yeah.
exactly.
All right, so like we said, me and Jake were on the Jags, and then I got the Browns minus 2.5. I'm gonna go Bills minus 8.5. I'm gonna go Commanders minus 2.5. I'm gonna go Lions as well. I'm gonna go plus 3 on the Lions. I think their defense is going to be able to kind of keep Lamar contained and hopefully pull out the win for them there. I like the Raiders minus 3. That's a hard game. You're going to have 2. I don't even know what quarterbacks they have, but you're going to have 2 bad quarterbacks playing in that. I'm going to go Bijan and the Falcons plus 2.5. I'm going to go Rams minus 3. Seahawks minus 8. I like the Packers as well. I'm going to go Packers minus 1. I'm going to go Chiefs as well, Swifties minus 5.5. I also like the Dolphins plus 2.5. I could very well see them win outright. Only thing is at the Eagles, but I'm still going to stick with the Dolphins there. And
Eagles
then
aren't as
last,
good as they've been.
their offense has been off bad. I mean, it's kind of with the Chiefs. Like both their offenses have been off. Their defenses have been good, but their offenses have just not connected yet for
They
whatever
haven't
reason.
played anybody, so
Yeah. And then lastly, I'm going to go the 49ers -7 against the Vikings.
I wish
All
I
right.
could go back and change that one. I think the Vikings might be done for the year. They might be thinking about playing golf. Justin Jeffries is like, fuck this. I'm tired of this shit.
I need Osborne to score though. That's for sure.
All right. Coop, let's start us off with the college picks.
I had a hard time picking the college games this week. It's I don't know. There's a bunch of toss-up games this week. I'm actually really excited to watch some football this weekend. But starting it off, like I said, I'm going to take Ohio State rolling. They're a really physical team. I'm high on Ohio State now. They're rolling. I have on my paper, I said Texas or Houston. So I don't know what I wanted to do here. I just think, I don't know, man. I think 23.5 is too much at home. Oh my goodness. But I'm going to go the Texas minus 23.5. Just because I don't want to be sitting there watching the game. Oh, I hope this, nah. I can take, don't listen to me on that pick. Don't bet on that game for me. That's all out of heart. I'm going to take OU minus 19. They're legit. I'm going to take Air Force minus 10.5. Welcome to the rankings, Air Force. I'm going to take Washington State plus 20. Washington State has been a good team all year. They have a slip up, all of a sudden it's plus 20 against Oregon. Oregon's a good team. I think Oregon wins. Washington State covers. I'm going to take Washington State with the points. I got Alabama minus 9, blowing Tennessee out. I got South Carolina plus 7. I think Missouri maybe wins by a field goal, but I'm going to take the points with South Carolina. I'm going to take the Hawkeyes minus 3.5 at home. I'm going to take Auburn at home plus 6.5. Auburn's a good team at home. So I think their defense is gonna get it done, make some good stops, some good turnovers. I'm going to take Auburn with the points. I'm going to take Kansas State minus 6.5 at home. I got to watch Kansas State this past week. I think they're better than what people think, so I'm going to take them. I'm going to take Michigan to roll. I'm going to take Florida State minus 14.5. And I was high on UCL or USC for a long time. That defense is awful. I mean, they're horrible. They are so bad. Like, they are horrible. So I'm going to take freaking Utah plus 7. I don't know. I'm taking Utah plus 7. I have Miami plus 3. I think Clemson was pretty bad as well this year. Cade is doing pretty good, but other than that, I'm going to take Miami. And then there's a big line here. Stanford's coming off of a high. I think Colorado's freaking dog water, so I don't think wasn't really impressed at all. So I'm gonna take UCLA minus 17.
All right, real quick, did you say USC or Utah? I missed it.
I have Utah. Utah
okay,
plus 7.
What I thought. All right, Big Will, what do we got?
All right. I got Penn State. They're number one total defense. I think they're going to hold it. I think Ohio State wins, but I think it's going to be close. I'm going to take Penn State plus 4.5. 23.5 is too many points for me. I'm going to take U of H plus 23.5 backdoor cover. I'm taking UCF plus 19. Fuck Oklahoma. Hope they lose outright. Air Force actually has a very good defense. So I'm gonna go with them minus 10.5. Like Washington State plus 20. I think they're gonna have a bounce back. Hey, pay attention. Don't be paying attention to your girlfriend.
I'm
See,
not.
that's how you get my picks wrong.
Well, you got Washington State. I'm watching Alvin Kamara get chunked to the ground right now.
Yeah, don't worry about Alvin. You worry about these picks and shit. I like Tennessee plus 9. I think it's going to be close. I'm taking South Carolina plus 7. I think Missouri's fugazi. We're going to find out, though. I'm going to take the Hawkeyes minus 3.5. Minnesota is just, I mean, I don't know. Iowa, like Jake said, it'll probably be like 12-3 or something. It's going to be all field goals. I'm going to take Ole Miss minus 6.5. Give Sark's boy some love. I'm going to take TCU plus 6.5 on the purple battle, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to take Michigan minus 24. Michigan State's just a dumpster fire right now, and I think Michigan might have something to prove after all these little allegations come out. And Texas just hit a home run, so it's tied up 3-3.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's still early, though, right?
That's their second home run. Yeah, I think it's the fourth inning.
Third or fourth,
Third
yeah.
or fourth, yeah. Third.
Yeah.
Duke has a pretty decent defense. But I think Florida State is just – I think Florida State's legit. So I'm going to take Florida State minus 14.5.
Their defensive line is so good.
Yeah.
They're so good.
And Utah's going to win outright. I'm just going to let y'all know that right there. So I'm taking Utah plus the 7. But I do believe they'll win outright. They're number 9 in total defense.
All
and
right.
I think USC, their defense is not doing very good. I'm going to take Clemson minus 3. And I think Stanford is going to get some confidence. And I think they're going to keep it closer than 17. So I'm going to take Stanford at home plus 17 against UCLA.
All right. There's big boys. Let's see. We'll see if he can keep the upward swing, getting better each week. But all right, I'm going to go.
Well, my first week I won everything. So it can only go down from there. So
all right, I'm going to go Ohio State minus 4.5. I'm also going to go U of H plus 23.5. I like a nice backdoor cover right there for sure. I'm going to go.
I'll be the only one to take Texas. I'll take that. I'll take the dub there.
I'm going to go OU. I'm going to go Air Force. I'm going to go Oregon minus 20. I'm going to go Bama minus 9. South Carolina plus 7. I'm going to go Minnesota plus 3.5. I'm also going to go with Ole Miss minus 6.5. Then I'm going to go TCU plus 6.5. I think that quarterbacks can go into Manhattan and get them that dub this weekend. So I'm going to go Michigan minus 24. Sticking with my Blue Devils, I'm going to go Duke plus 14.5. I'm going to go USC minus 7. Bounce back. Utah still no Cam Rising. They can't score. USC can score. So that could get ugly.
I
I'm
can
going to
score
go
on USC's defense, so I could go score on USC's defense.
I'm going to go Clemson minus 3. And then I'm going to stick with UCLA minus 17. But those are our picks of the week. Follow them if you want, or follow the opposite. Whatever you're feeling. We've all been kind of around that 500 number with a couple.
We'll stay around the 500 mark. Shit.
Yeah. All right. Real quick before we bring on Kobe for Kobe's locks of the weekend. Big boy, you got any Longhorns in the NFL for us this week?
yeah, we had some good We had some good showings by the old Longhorns this weekend. Number one, Jordan Hicks again. I mean, the dude's going to be all pro this year. I mean, he had a 42-yard fumble return for a touchdown. He had 10 tackles, 5 solo, and he had an interception. I mean, what else do you want?
There you go.
Yeah.
Quandre Diggs, he's starting to play a lot. He started this week. He had 8 tackles, so that's good. Your boy Deontay Foreman, he played instead of Rojo. So
Yep.
I think Rojo's hurt.
Yeah, he still is.
He started 15 carries for 65 yards. I mean, I just give it to Deontay for. Remember, he was out of the league, and then he came back with Carolina, and
Oh yeah.
so I'm glad to see him doing good. He damn near ate himself out of the league. Started getting too fat.
Pulled an Eddie Lacy.
He did, man. He almost didn't make it back, but the Hall of Famer Justin Tucker, 6 for 6 with a long of 41, but he missed the extra point.
He did miss it. He got me 19 points on my fantasy this week.
Yeah,
So
that's
pretty crazy.
He's the best.
Yeah.
And then Devin Duvernay, he had 2 punts for 91 return. He returned one for 70. Should have scored it. Almost did, but
It was close.
I got tired. And then he had 2 kickoff returns for 41 yards. So it's pretty good. So
Yeah, not too
Devin
bad.
Duvernay, they're not using him in the offense as much, as they have been. They got that rookie that's doing pretty good, but he's always going to make some special teams plays.
Special teams weapon right there, man.
And he got the best hands in the league.
There you go.
He don't drop balls.
Whatever it takes to stay in the league, that's for sure.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
All right, coming up next, we're gonna bring on Kobe. He's gonna talk all about how he went 7-1 last weekend on his Kobe's locks of the weekend. How he should have followed him. He was bitching all weekend how he wished he would have actually bet on his own picks. So we're gonna make sure and give him plenty of shit to make sure he bets on his own picks this week. But
just that there's no repercussions.
Yeah, exactly. But all right, we're gonna bring Kobe on right now. All right, we got Kobe for his specialty of the week, Kobe's locks of the weekend. Come on, we already know what you're gonna say. Go ahead and tell us.
I'm pretty disappointed, man. Y'all didn't post anything about me going 7-1 last week.
We just fucking said it. What do you want? What the fuck do you want?
Yeah.
Cookie?
I would like that, and I would also like a post saying that I went 7-1, aka if you had followed me, you would have won some fucking money. So
did you follow yourself, Kobe?
Yeah, did you follow yourself?
Yeah, how much did you put up?
Man, shut up, guys.
You playing fucking Monopoly fucking over here? Fucking Park Place?
Oh, but that did teach me a lesson to always put up money with all my picks, man, because I'm just the shit. So
your dad told me to go big on the Cowboys, and I said bullshit. And look at me,
Yeah.
Motherfucker, call Cricket and tell him to get you a new fucking line, because I can't hear shit you're saying.
I said you're a mush.
Yeah, I am. I know.
All right. All right. Well, we're going to move on to this weekend. We know Kobe's got some good ones. Let's see if people are wanting to follow him this week. What do we got, Kobe?
And at first, I really didn't like the slate, man, for both college and pro. But I'm starting to like it now.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah, well, okay. Well, All right. This is just this is a message. If you follow my plays, you will win money. So, all
Let's
right,
hear
man.
it.
To start it
Make
off,
those
bro,
bets.
I got you.
Make those bets and get some fucking internet on that phone of yours so we can understand what you're saying.
Hey, man, I don't know. Man, I
Put
don't
some money on
appreciate all
that
this
card.
hate.
All
First
right.
of all, I will because I'm gonna put $20 towards every play. So
There you go.
There you
There
go.
we go.
all right,
What's
man.
up?
So I got Chicago +3. I think the Raiders are kind of in that position where I believe they're 3-3, and it's a thing where they you're kind of waiting for them to take the next step, but then they do what the Raiders always do and just suck. So I think Chicago comes out, man. I think they win. At home too, so I like that pick a lot. Giants +2 at home against Washington. All this talk about the Giants, they're bad, etc. And +2 is we don't even know if Jones is at QB. So if it's still in question if he's even playing or not. But if it's only +2, man, I think that kind of shows. I think they think the Giants win here. I mean, as bad as they are. And then, man, I have the Broncos +1. I don't know
Yep.
what y'all. Yeah, I don't know what y'all.
Russ is about to cook. Russ is cooking.
I don't know about all that.
Russ is cooking.
I don't know about all that. I hope so. I just think that line's weird, man. +1 again, kind of the same trend. All that you hear all that talk about a team being really, really bad, and then you see the line to their game, and it's like, why are they only +1? So I'll take the Broncos. And then my bonus pick, man, I'm taking the Ravens. Lions are kind of banged up. I see they have her play. I think Jahmyr Gibbs is probably going to finally get some freaking playing time. So that's good. But I think the Ravens, man, I think they win by.
Oh, here we go.
I think they show. I think, yeah, hot take, right? I think they show that they're, I would say, elite team. I think they're really good, man. I think they're contenders. I think the Lions at 5-1, it just looks really good, but I don't know if I'm ready to really put the Lions in that same realm there. But yeah.
All right.
So that's pro.
What do we got for the college?
For college, man, started off hot. I love the Hawkeyes. I think it's gonna be one of those Iowa Minnesota games. It's close. It's a slugfest with an in the end. Man, Hawkeyes are starting to run the ball. I don't care if we pass for like 18 yards a game, dude. I don't even care because we're starting to run the ball, and our defense is legit like always. It's really freaking. I truly think the Hawkeyes are about to do that thing where they go 12-1 or go 12-2 and just look terrible all year, but like still just like sneak up. Like I don't know, man. Our defense is really, really good. I got us to win by like 10, so I think that 3.5. Man,
You might not even score 10 points, Cope.
Oh,
How many
well,
field goals are they going to kick?
well, just wait until my last pick, man, because I'm about to shit on your team. So, oh, sorry, your team, because you're a UT fan, right? Shut up, Cooper.
How many field goals is y'all going to get?
Hey, dude, if it wins, it wins. Man, I got UNT +20.5. I saw this and I I like this line a lot. I think Tulane is just a little not overrated, but it seems like every time I see them play, they're like supposed to be pretty big favorites, and a lot of their games are just really, really close. Like they're losing for most of the game and then have to come back on some crazy shit.
Who's Tarleton playing this week?
What?
How about Angelo State? What the fuck we doing picking North Texas games? This is that deep. I mean, Mary Hardin Baylor, who they got?
Hey man, it's called Locks of the fucking Weekend,
Yeah,
dude.
okay.
Okay, I'm out here scouting around fucking
All right, I
games,
get
games.
it.
Hey, fuck, dude. It's a fucking lock. So just put some money on it and fucking hush up there. Fucking hater, man. All right, I got Alabama -8. Tennessee's coming off of a pretty big win there. That -8, I don't know. I see that line and I think it's why would it be at 8? I don't know. I just see 8 and I always think some weird shit's going on there. So I think either Tennessee wins outright, which I doubt that, or Alabama wins by a shit ton. So I'll take Bama. I think that QB is finally starting to step up, as in he runs it really well. His passing is still a little but I like that QB a lot, man. And then bonus, man, I've been waiting to talk to you boys about this one. I think this line is fucking nuts. I don't see how in any world y'all are 23.5-point favorites away at U of H, who's a fucking scrappy team. This is that one game like Wyoming kind of where y'all are supposed to beat the shit out of this school, and then this school is fucking smacking y'all around because y'all are overrated and y'all's 5-star players fucking suck. I'm taking U of H, mate. Oh, rewind. Sorry. Going back to the game that Ryan gives zero shits about. I think that North Texas at 20.5 favorites win outright. I got fucking beat Ryan.
What did he say?
Money line, dude. Because I'm telling you right now. What?
You broke up.
He's
You're
saying put the money line on North Texas.
Okay, North.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck about
Put
the
money-
mean green? Who gives a fuck?
Well, hot take number fucking 2 here, huh? U of H money line. Sprinkle it.
Oh, you're
I'm telling
smoking
you right
fucking
now.
crack. Stay
No,
away
no,
from fucking
no, I
Third
ain't
Ward
smoking
over
crack.
there. Stop buying rocks over there. Yeah.
Back to
Well,
instead of 7-1,
Well,
be 1-7 this week.
I do agree.
Well,
I'm taking U of H in the points. I do think 23.5 is too much.
you fake fucking fake fan. You
I'm still saying they're
disgusting.
gonna win.
You're a fucking UT fraud. I don't want to hear it, dude.
backdoor
Whatever.
cover.
I'm taking backdoor. No, I'm taking Houston to stomp a mud hole in y'all.
Well, yeah. Good luck with that, buddy.
Ruin y'all's season. I'm putting $100 on it.
No, you're not.
Well, you
Go.
want to bet me?
I don't put $100 on U of H money line.
Oh,
Right? I'm telling
bro,
you right.
You
their
might as well
defense
play a
is dog.
$100 scratch off because you got a lot better chance of fucking getting your money back.
Hey man, I'm telling you right now, U of H's QB is the shit.
I agree, but he ain't gonna give
I
us.
will say this.
Upset.
He was the Tech
Problems.
quarterback last year that came and beat us at Tech. But bro, their defense is horrible. Houston's defense is so bad. There's no way.
Y'all's offense, I'm predicting you now, puts up that one game where y'all just fucking shit. I think Quinn plays like shit. I think y'all's O-line plays like shit. Watch. U of H will be in that game, and it's going to be way closer than y'all think. I'm telling you right now. Watch.
Well, you said they were gonna win outright, so
They
you're
will
talking
win.
close.
Sprinkle U of H money line if you want to take a trip to Cancun, Ryan.
Yeah, or lose $100, whichever one you want to fucking do.
Yeah.
Man, and I love this UFC card a lot, dude.
I was about to ask you about that, Kobe. There's two big fights this weekend.
Two, man. There's a
Well,
lot
two
of big
name
right.
fights.
There's a lot on that card that I like a lot, man. First, I do have a little parlay, man. It's it is a 4-teamer and it's plus 191 odds. I mean, it's not crazy, but hey, fuck, man. So there's this new kid, man. He legit has one eye. Like, I don't
From
know.
Dagestan?
No, he scares the shit out of me, dude. I see pictures of him and I start shaking, Ryan.
He's like the redhead. He's like a redhead.
Red
Yeah.
beard. This dude has one eye.
Yeah.
He's in his first fight. This dude's a killer, man. He's like a minus 300, maybe something around there. Sharov Magomedov, I believe.
Yeah.
He wins. He's leg 1. Leg 2, Nathaniel Wood. This kid's a stud, man. I've seen him fight like 3 times. He's from England, I'm pretty sure. He just fucking scraps the whole time. I forget who he's fighting, but he's also a pretty big favorite. I like him a lot there. Third leg, Johnny Walker loses. He's fighting Ankalaev.
Yeah.
Johnny Walker is going to get knocked the fuck out. I don't know if y'all seen him fight, but his fight's always crazy. Either he throws some crazy shit or just gets absolutely slept. He's getting slept here. And then in the fourth fight, I got Hamzat Chimaev, man. He beats Usman. I think he beats the shit out of Usman, and it makes Usman look really, really bad. And that makes me pretty sad because, like Usman, he's one of the greatest ever, but I think Hamzat beats the dog shit out of him, man.
And
He's
it's
legit,
crazy.
man.
Bro, no, what's crazy about that is
He'll be champ.
Yeah.
is Usman's moving up a weight class too. You gotta
Right.
remember that too. So
Right.
and no money. What? Who do you have in the main event though? Because this is I'm so excited for this fight. But who do you have out of Volk or Islam?
I think Volk won the first time.
Me too.
I think this one is way harder to put a bet on because Volk it's very short notice, but
yeah,
it's still Volk at the same time, man, and he's a bad motherfucker. Honestly, I'm leaning Volk just because I think he truly won the first time, man.
I did too. I've watched that fight like 4 times.
Exactly. I think he won 3 out of 5 rounds. It's confusing there, but I think Volk, man, I wouldn't put it in a parlay because it's just too risky, but I would sprinkle on it because he's a pretty good size favorite there. So
yeah.
But
All right.
And then last thing, man, I've got a plus 320 dog, man. If you're trying to win some money, Tim Elliott, he's plus 320. He's fighting I can't think of his name right now. It's this young prospect who's hyped up and all this shit, but a couple of times that he fights, he just kind of looks like he's not as good as people say, man. Tim Elliott is a freaking stud. He's been fighting a long time, and he always fights really hard. So I think that plus 320, I'd even add that into the parlay and get some crazy odds because I like that a lot. So,
No.
Well, there you go. There's Kobe's lock of the weekend right here on the Sports Roundtable Trio Edition. Kobe,
Yes,
you
sir.
missed it. You missed it earlier, and I don't think I told you this week either. But even after last week, Big Boy's still off the Cowboys train, and he's now a Miami Dolphins fan. He's got a Tua jersey in the mail on the way.
Fins up, baby. And Houston just hit a home run, 3-run home run.
Nice.
Dude,
Nice.
I just want you to know and just I'm very disappointed, man, because a fan sticks by their team. You know the shit I've put up with my team, Ryan. People literally do not this. Since the Texans' first game in 2002, I've watched every game on TV. Either I've been there in person or I've seen it on TV. I've watched this go 2-14 about 6 fucking times, Ryan. So,
but you're
I
used
just
to
like-
losing. You know what I'm saying? You don't have championship pedigree like the Cowboys.
wow.
So
I mean,
it's been since I was in fucking 8th grade, so I'm done with the motherfuckers. Fuck it. We're going with Dolphins.
So you drop your team and you bandwagon the Dolphins, dude.
I've always liked the Dolphins, though. You can ask Kate. I've always liked them. It's always been my second team.
You have a Dolphins jersey.
I don't have any jerseys, but I'm getting a shirt. I'm gonna get me a nice little long sleeve. You know what I mean?
A light blue
Alright.
one.
Yeah.
So what if the Cowboys come back and
Well, they're still my number one team. You know what I mean? It's just like a secondary deal, just in case.
Oh, that's pathetic, Ryan.
Yeah. Fuck it.
Hey, I will say his we did make a little clip last week of all his Cowboys talk from before you came on, and then with you were on too, and it on YouTube views like over 50 plus, one of the higher viewed videos we have. I was very shocked, and we even got a comment from someone, subscriber or someone just watching the video that none of us know, and it's at Martin McGee Jr. And his comment was, "It's funny how people seem to forget that the 49ers was basically playing with all their players and Dallas had players out. Yeah, it was a blowout, and it should have been one they lost Sunday to Cleveland. And what do you know? They were missing people too. At some point, Dallas's offense will be on track with the defense, and that's going to be the team that will change their playoffs misfortunes."
That might be
From
Marty
Martin
and McGee.
McGee.
What if it's Marty and McGee? The fucking rednecks from the SEC channel.
Man, that's my thing, dude, is I feel like for pro football, and this is why I love it, is it's such a long season, man.
Oh, yeah.
Who got to think these dudes are pros. Like they have to take the step up in terms of if they're trying to get paid and look good on film. Except like there's a lot more to it than just wins and losses. So I feel like I don't ever overreact for like if the Cowboys get blown out. I think it was just a game that happens once or twice a year to most teams where they just look really bad and the team they're playing looks really, really good. Because y'all came out and played the Chargers, man, who I think the Chargers are a really good team, and y'all beat the Chargers. So, I mean,
Chargers ain't shit. They'll never
I'm
shit.
just, hey, dude, I think the Chargers are good. If you have an elite quarterback and have playmakers, you'll compete. I'm just saying. So, I'll beat the Chargers. It's a lot, dude. Y'all are 4-2, and you're jumping off. That's wild. That's fucking wild, dude.
Welcome. How about
Shocker.
Hey, he's been a fan for 30 freaking years, guys. Who
that?
cares?
Sometimes you
Whatever
just
freaking say.
lose it. Sometimes you just get tired. Because again, I know y'all, but I have defended Dak the whole. And when everybody's talking shit, I always say, hey, before he got hurt, he was gonna win the MVP. Then we get rid of the offensive coordinator, and we got shit ass McCarthy, red and fucking talking about. I watched film every day when I was fucking. No, you didn't. You were drinking beer, eating cheese curds, motherfucker. You ain't done shit. But it just gets old, man. It just gets old. but whatever.
I think that y'all were masked behind a really good offensive line for a long time.
They were the best
bro.
for years. For years, they were the best in the league.
One of the best O lines probably of all time.
Yeah.
Because there was what? 3 or 4 all pros and shit. So yeah, dude, I think after that happened and after Zeke slowed down, it just kind of showed Dak was a game managing QB, and when you're forced to put him in situations where he has to make plays and actually look good, he's not that good. So,
well,
we'll see, man.
We'll see. They're on their bye week this week, so we'll see what they do. But Kobe,
how about the Texans? How about hold on?
They're
How about
looking
the
good.
Texans?
They're looking good. Their defense is legit.
3-3. And I don't know it right now, but on the next segment, I'll talk about the Texans' schedule. Gravy games. Watch out for the Texans, dude. Texans beat the Jags once. If we beat the Jags twice, the Texans are making fucking playoffs. So,
they can win the division.
Oh, easy, dude. You got the Colts and the Titans, who both suck ass. It's either gonna be the Texans or Jags, bro. I'll take the young, hot Texans who already smoked the Jags.
And yeah, I was about to say, I already whooped their ass too.
Yeah.
Whoop the Jags ass.
Well, tune in next week for another Kobe's Locks of the Weekend, plus his take on the Houston Texans and what the rest of their season could look like, as we got a big Houston Texans fan right there. So, but we appreciate you coming on, spitting the picks. We'll see how they do this week.
Yeah, man. See y'all boys next week. Again, I'll say it. If you want to make money, I put a parlay on all 8 of my picks because it might hit. So
even the money line ones, huh?
Money line, U of H money line at home.
Oh, cool.
The fuck out. Just give me the 100. I'll put my Venmo. Just go ahead and Venmo me the 100. So at least you're going to a good cause.
I want my odds, dude. So that means if U of H wins, you pay me.
No, man, it's straight up. This is a friendly, straight up bet, buddy. What are you
Fuck
talking
out
about?
of here. Fuck that shit. All right, boys.
All right,
see you,
man.
Cole.
Take it easy, Cole.
We'll see it.
Thank you, man.
All right. There's the weekly segment of Kobe's Locks of the Weekend on the Sports Roundtable Trio Edition. Man, it's been a good episode. Again, full of jam-packed picks, hot takes, decently big weekend, but should be a good one. We'll see how the Horns do and what the rest of the college football landscape has to do. But y'all got anything else?
Listen, enjoy the weekend. There's some good games. Like, subscribe, hit the bell, right, big boy? Ding, ding.
Yeah, like, subscribe, ring the bell. Exactly.
There we go.
Yeah.
Follow us on social media. Hey, I enjoy that comment on that video. It might be a little hate, but I enjoy that. Keep it coming. Let's go.
We love the fans. We love all y'all tuning in. We love y'all tuning in for the trio every week. Keep spreading the love. We got some things cooking up that I'm pretty excited about. Hopefully get those going pretty soon. But we appreciate y'all tuning in this week. Tune in next week for another jam-packed episode, recap of our picks and much more. And remember, it's not about the score, but it's about how much money you got on the game this week, boys. We appreciate y'all tuning in for the shit show we call podcast.
Thank you.
Welcome.